let me show you how to quickly configure it up to stream on YouTube. So here's what OBS is gonna look like when you first open it up. And it's just gonna have a scene down here. You're probably gonna have completely empty settings over here. It might actually even come up to something like the auto configuration wizard, which you can just cancel out of. Because if you run through the auto cancellation wizard, you're still gonna go through the settings anyways and fix them. So I'm not gonna really get into the why we're gonna do stuff in this video, because I just want game collection. Just click new. We're gonna keep it simple, but we're also gonna give you the knowledge to be able to do it in any way that you want later. We're going to the output, and instead of simple, we're gonna go to advanced real quick, and we're going to go into the streaming tab, which is right here. And we wanna drop down our video encoder and select NVIC if we see it. If not, X264 is fine. That's probably what you're gonna have if you're streaming on a laptop or something like that. But if we have NVIC, we're gonna select it. It's the easiest way. CBR is fine. Our kilobits per second is gonna be 6,000. And pretty much everything else here, we can just leave exactly like we see it. If we have X264 and we don't have NVIC, here's what we're gonna wanna do. We're gonna change this to 6,000 and we're gonna leave everything else pretty much the same. We could put this on high and we can set our tune to whatever we want, but that doesn't really change anything that's gonna affect anything. So that's how you're gonna set up your X264 if you're using it, and we're all set up video-wise. We're gonna go into audio, and you just wanna make sure that everything in your global audio devices is disabled. Just disable all of this. If you're going to be listening to something or whatever, you're gonna wanna set a monitoring device, and you're gonna want it to be your headphones. So just set that up in your monitoring device. Next, we're gonna go over here into video, and you wanna make sure that the resolution that you're streaming at is set right here in your base canvas and your output canvas. So I stream in 1920 by 1080. I want both of these to be exactly the same. Microphone is connected to your webcam or whatever you put in that. We are completely 100% set up here on the
Here's how to use OBS Studio step by step for beginners. OBS Advanced, you want to switch to Advanced option. You can see it unlocks a lot more code. So we can come over here to stream and we can select where it is we're going to be live streaming to, and obviously create that connection to be able to go live. So we can see here the default for us here is YouTube. Now, because I have picked YouTube Live here, we can see we now get this pop-up here where once we go live, we'll see our YouTube chat. It says here, once broadcast has been created, your live chat will appear here and private broadcasts aren't supported. So we've got the chat here that's popped up and we can pick this up, we can move it around, we can dock it here if we'd like, so that we've got a smaller area here for our chat. But then we also down the bottom here, below this now, was our YouTube Live control panel. So we can sign into our YouTube channel here too in this window, and we can monitor our live stream and start and stop the live stream from YouTube's end, all from within OBS now as well. This is a fairly recent update. We used to have to do that separate. We also have the ability to close these though if we don't want them, and we can bring them back up at any time by coming over here to the menu item for docs, and then we can see which ones we have on and off. So the YouTube Live control panel there is off now, chat is off. We can also turn on stats for when we're live, and we can also enable and disable the rest of these default docs here as well. If you mess this up, you can always come up here and choose reset docs as well, which has definitely saved me a few times. Now that we've got our live stream or recording set up, we now want to go ahead and bring in our camera. Our webcam, screen shares, any of that stuff, the piece that we actually want to broadcast or record. We'll see our YouTube chat. It says here, once broadcast stream, and we can select where it is we're going to be live. streaming too, and obviously create that connection to be able to go live. So we can see here the default for us here is YouTube RTMPS, but you've also got things like Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and a lot of others. If we hit show all here, it becomes a really big list. There's lots of different supported places, or we can choose custom and we can enter our own settings here to broadcast to other places as well. But in this case here, I'm going to choose YouTube, and then we can just click here to connect our account. It'll then prompt us to sign in with our YouTube channel, and when that's done,